Today I'm going to do some live sewing. It's kind of an impromptu thing, so I'm just going to turn the camera on and let it go. It is live, so there may be some people that will come in and just kind of chit chat, and we'll see how that goes. But I just felt like sewing, and I felt like turning the camera on and just letting it go. So I will probably be a little more involved in my sewing than in the chat, but I would love for you to just kind of hang out with me and see what I have going on. So first of all, I have a dog that's barking. I hope I don't hear her. I have 3 granddaughters. Hi, Pat, Annette, and Marlene. I'm just going to start sewing. That's all I'm doing today. I'm just going to sew. So hang out with me while I sew. So I have 3 granddaughters that are siblings. And the youngest one came after I made the first 2 matching blankets quilts. So I need to make a 3rd one. So I'm trying to make something as similar as I can. And I've already just chain pieced a whole bunch of square blocks to a, what I'm calling this is my background, which is a tulip pink. Hi, Maria. You're working on a 5-yard quilt, Marlene. I haven't made mine yet. I'm feeling like I need to make this, but I have so many things I want to make, and I'm feeling good. So we're gonna see how I can do. But anyway, I'm just gonna sew today. I'm just gonna turn the camera on and let you kind of follow me around. You don't have to hang out. You don't have to chat. I might be a little more involved in what I'm doing than to pay attention to the chat. So I just thought I'd let you guys just kind of hang out with me for the day. So anyway, these are just 5x5 squares. I actually cut them from a layer cake. And some of you may recognize this fabric. It was used in one of the projects, this fabric, anyway, one of the projects, the towel project for the Advent box. So this is just part of that layer cake. And I just cut them up and I paired everything up. So right now I'm just gonna cut them and press them open. Let's see here. Got my iron on. I need some small scissors. Are you guys, besides Nat, is anyone else quilting or sewing today? I guess the quilting is the actual top stitching. Did you know that? But it's still a quilting thing to what we're doing here. All right, so again, I'm just getting ready to just press these open. I'm just going to make strips of blocks going every other one and alternating the colors, and then I'm going to put a border on, and I have the fabric already picked out for this quilt. And it is very, very similar to the fabrics I used on the other 2 girls. So hopefully they're still similar, but this is what I'm using as my background fabric, this tulip pink. And then I have this, which will probably be a border fabric. Also might be my binding. I'm not sure yet. I have this, actually, this is going to be a border fabric, and this is the backing. So the other girls got different color backs. I also used the same tulip pink throughout theirs, and they had colorful blocks. So I know it's going to be close enough that it won't be too off. So anyway, that's my thought on this. Let's see here. I am excited. Marlon is running an errand right now, but when he comes back, we are going to start rearranging this room. I'm finding I'm not sewing very much. Well, there's a couple of reasons. One we know is the store, the other is my shoulder, but the other is I am not really loving my sewing layout here as much as I have in other spaces. So we are going to rearrange things a bit, and hopefully that doesn't take too long. And I'll be able to be in my brain more functional, because I'm just not loving how I have it. I don't hate it, but I know it can be better, and we're going to work on that. Pat says she got her 5-yard fabric picked out, and that's watching TV, machine piecing. Marlene, you won't be watching the big game. No, you know what? This is what I love about Marlon. He likes sports. He likes to go to them, but he's not one that sits in front of the TV and watches sports. He doesn't dominate the living room. He doesn't dominate the TV. He watches what he wants, what he wants. A lot of it's just on the computer, honestly, which you can see on your phone. So if he really wants to see something, he'll go somewhere. But he doesn't really have anyone in the game that he cares about because he went to BYU. He kind of looks at, okay, who are the players and where did they come from? What school do they come from? And I think he determined who he was more interested in winning based off of having some football players from his college or his university. I honestly don't even know. I know the Chiefs are playing. I don't remember who the other team is, but I think it's the other team that had the players that he was more in favor of, but he just doesn't care. And I mean, we're all going to know who it is. We need to know, but watching the game, not so much. Now, I used to date and be married to some real football fans, and we had to have the Super Bowl parties, and which were fun, but I'm kind of out of that phase, I guess. So it's nice to just have a low-key, everyday day, and we're just doing what we want, and the game happens to be happening, but we're not glued to the TV trying to figure it out. Stop the kazoo. Oh, and let's talk about where she is. Are you guys, okay, we figured out yesterday there's quite a few of you from Michigan. Are you guys, any of you close enough to each other that you could possibly even meet each other? That would be fascinating. I don't have a plan for these blocks yet. Hey, because you guys are here, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We're going to have some templates made by Jared, the guy who was the woodworker. And these are some plastics that we are looking at. We have this iridescent one, which I really like. We have this light blue one, which is actually technically a fluorescent. And then this dark blue one. And up here on the wall, you can kind of see the difference between the two. And then we have this one. So, oh my goodness. Floor. I really like these, and he's got some nice deep etching going on here, and he's got some nice deep etching going on here, and I'm leaning towards this one, but I do like having a color, so I decided to show you guys some things he's looking at for us and see what you guys think, if you like the dark blue, the fluorescent blue, or the iridescent. So, which is, I guess you could say light blue, dark blue, light blue, and clear, even though we know it's not really clear. But anyway, these are exciting because he's going to make some stuff and put my logo on it, and they're just nice. This is a really nice size, by the way. The yellow orange. I don't want the yellow orange because I think that's what Missouri Star is using, and I really wanted to have a different color. The iridescents are beautiful, but frankly, I don't use my rulers much because they're difficult to see under my lighting. This one. So this one, actually, believe it or not, the samples that he gave me have the same etching on them, and the iridescent is actually more pronounced, even though this is the same depth of the groove. So right now, at least with what he's giving me, I like the iridescent because it is more defined in seeing the grooves and the markings. But I find it distracting. So it's a love-hate thing. You need a gripping power. You know what? They have those little gripper stickers, which I actually have a lot of, and we can stick those on the back. So that's an easy remedy for that. Yeah. Hi, Siberian Wind. Thanks for joining. So anyway, these are just some things that were on my wall. Thought I'd explain what they were and share with you some things that we're working on. Let's see here. The light blue is easiest to read, according to Pat. Yeah, so we're just playing with some things. Probably want to see, maybe you do, what I'm doing. I'm just pressing these open. And putting them on the wall because I am going to try to figure out a pattern. But I don't have any plan other than that. I have 4 of each of these colors because I took a layer cake and I cut it into fourths. So that is the one thing that I know. And I don't have any more than 4 of any color. Yeah, I agree about the rulers. You just kind of have to see how it works with your lighting. But yeah, for me, I could see the iridescent better, even though that was my I liked it because it's pretty, but it was my least favorite because I find it distracting. But I could see it better. I can see the markings on it, and you can see through. And right now, that's kind of where I'm leaning. And we can do more than one color, but that's what's happening there. She sewed for Marie said she sewed for about 20 minutes yesterday. She's going to be glad when she can get back in there. There were more, but you're getting stronger. Yeah, it's a stamina thing. I'm finding I tried sewing about a month ago. Didn't get very far. Sewed a few little blocks. It was hard. It was just really hard. All right, so I'm just gonna put these up. These are just randomly up here, and maybe I will leave them. I like that. I don't know yet. Oh. This is not the pattern I'm going to use where they're staying in the same row. If I do, maybe I'll make it rainbow. Right now, I just want to get them all up and see what I have to play with. So there's my last of that purple. I actually I look at this, the more I like the idea of doing rainbow, but doing it where it's actually a variegated rainbow, so it's in more color order. That might be cute. And honestly, That might be all the bigger it needs to be. And then give it some borders, and then it'll be good. What do you guys think? What's going on in the chat? Blue is restful on the eyes. Like orange yellow, says Pat. You put the dark purple inside the etchings of the iridescent. Yes, that would be pretty. How would you see the fabric lines with the purple? Just a thought process. Not sure it's possible for women. All right, so if we do a rainbow, I really like the idea of leaving it as a rainbow, but not this order. Let's see here. Why? Why? There. I think that's going to be the order of my rows. Yep. There, I like that. What do you think? I don't have anything else that I really like. Put a pinker one in there. Is there enough color difference between that and that? Put that in there. Thanks. I'm liking that. Maybe I'll make one more. That way it'll be square. Not that it needs to be square. It actually looks good just how it is, but by the time it gets sewn up, it's going to lose about 1 block. That's actually quite small. But then I'll have borders. So I'm kind of thinking I want to add a little more. I don't know. You like this one? So if I add this, thinking that's where it will go. And I can make it longer. This is weird because it's in here too. It's not a jewel tone. It's not bright. It's this light yellow or light blue. But I could throw that in there and I could make it longer so that I would actually turn it so it goes top to bottom on how the gradient goes. Add the pink. Okay, so I think I'll add this. The blue. I don't know. It's so light, but it's part of this package. I don't see any other. I have this purple, which was similar. That's too close to this, isn't it? I think so. I'm taking it off. I don't like that one. The light blue, I think I think it looks good, the light blue. Let's see if I have anything else. This pack. Okay, so here's a different pink that has little diamonds in it. Nope, I think it needs this one. Right? It needs this one. I think I'll do that one. And I'll do blue. Okay, that's what I'm doing. And then it will actually be still rectangle, but it will go variegating top to bottom. All right, and then there's this one. Can you see that it has yellow and blue, or yellow and white? Do you think I should add that? Yellow and green. Oh my gosh, the colors. Yellow and green. Do we like that? Or is it too much like this one? What do you guys think? Sometimes I have to look at a picture, which is why I keep looking at the camera because I can see how it looks. That looks good with the additions. Do you like the green? Do you guys like this one? Or is it too similar to that one? I know, up close they look. This is not working up close. There we go. You can see the yellow in that. I'm torn. I like the idea, but it looks too similar that I don't want to do that. From a distance, I can see that it's lighter, and that's good. So I think I will add it. And up close, it looks good. It's up close through this camera. Not so good. Move the green left. Move it over here. I feel like it needs to transition, and this has yellow and green. So here would put the yellow and green between the yellow and the green. You know, I'm going to make these blocks, and then we'll see where they fit. But I do think I'm going to make these three colors. Thanks for helping, everybody. Let's make some blocks, though. Put it back. It looked better where it was. Okay, I like I said, I'm going to make the blocks right now, and then we'll decide. But I agree. I think on the right side was better. Let's see. I do not know the name of this line, but I have more layer cakes with this. I just have them buried because I got them for the advents last year, and then I didn't use all of them. So off the top of my head, I'm not sure where they are. But this is one layer cakes I've been tearing apart for quite a while. In fact, it's the same one we used when I was showing Jared, our woodworker friend, how to build a clock. So 5 inches. Like this. What have I done? Oh, I was going to cut on the wrong line. Would have not helped me. All right. If you guys seen this, I use this all the time. This I got for like $1. I'm not sure where I got it. Temu or Amazon, probably Temu. It's meant for cleaning off cat and dog hair off your furniture. I love it for cleaning off my wool mat and my design wall. It is perfect, and it's not the $10 tool that Gypsy Quilter has come up with. So anyway, there's that. Now I've already cut some of these. I don't know if I have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need some more. And we have one thread holding on. I think I'm going to do an inner border with this. So cutting more of this than I need is going to be okay because I'll probably make the inner border 2.5 or 2, and I can cut from here. So we're going to be just fine, except I have a feeling I'm going to actually need all this because I need 8. I don't know. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's my sets. I don't know. You guys seeing too much junk? I have lights everywhere. Trying to keep. I like light. Just like light. I've got my computer on and angled, so I have a hard time seeing the chat. So I apologize. All right. So again, I'm just going to be sewing. And that's all I had going on today. Nothing exciting. Oh, I only cut 3 pieces, not 4. Well, that means we have extra. And what's funny about that is I couldn't add another color because I'm ready for it. Probably pretty loud because you guys are closer to the microphone than you are to me. I mean, the microphone's closer to the machine than it is to me. I don't like what I just did. Hi, Starla. I'm just quilting today, just doing some sewing. I have no plan. I can kind of see the chat not very well, and I'm kind of just doing my own thing. So you're welcome to hang. I'm just making a baby blanket that I want to coordinate with 2 other blankets that I made for siblings. So I want it to be similar. And I have a lot of the same fabric, like this Tula Pink fabric that I'm using. The light's not the best here. Anyway, this Tula Pink, I'm using a lot of that. And I have the background figured out, and all that goes really well with what I've done with the others that coordinates. My biggest problem was I could not find the fabric that I used for the colored blocks on the center of the other quilts. So I think this is close enough, being that it's a nice little rainbow and bright colors, and that's what we had. So it'll be slightly different, and honestly, each girl needs to have a different quilt anyway. But the other 2 were really, really similar, and I didn't want this one to be too different from there. So I hope I've accomplished that. So since I don't have their quilt here, you can look at them side by side. When I give this to their mother, I'm going to ask her to take a picture so I can see how we did. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Donna. I'm just sewing today. Nothing exciting other than I'm sewing, which actually is exciting. I take it back. It is exciting. I just wanted to sit and sew, and I thought, you know what? I'll just let you guys kind of hang out with me. I actually think this quilt will come together today really quickly because I had a lot of it done. And I'll show you what I've got going on those this way. So let's go back over here. Let's see. So this is what I've got going on, girls, ladies, women, all of you, men, everybody. I got this up here. I'm going to do the rainbow. I'm going to add 3 more colors. And I actually cut off enough of this white background to have a 4th color. If I decide to do that, I'm ready for it. But this is actually going to be turned, so it's going to go green to yellow and work its way down, because I'm going to add 3 more rows, which makes it oblong that way. So we'll turn it that way. But anyway, that's what's going to happen is I'm adding 3 more colors to what I have up there. And none of this is sewn together other than I've got little pairs. So it can still be moved. And that is what I'm doing. Just came out of the sewing room making great granddaughter a quilt. Aw. I'm making this for a granddaughter. Her sisters got quilts a couple years ago, and then she was born. So these 2 older girls have almost matching quilts. They are slightly different, and the backs are all different colors. And then I quilted it in a color the same as the backing. So it's super cute. And I'm going to do the same with this. And I've got the backing figured out on this. It's going to be a green. I think the others had pink and blue and pink, I think. All I know is the green was a safe color. And then I'm using this Tula Pink as my background. And I have some Tula Pink, more of this with a color, the purple background that will be my border. And I used this Tula Pink fabric on the others. So it should be similar enough, but yet unique enough that hopefully she doesn't feel left out. Right now she's only 1. I guess she's 1.5. But I wanted them to be matching. 2 matching ones, and then they decided to have a 3rd baby, and I'm like, no, that messes up my quilting idea. Anyway, that's what I'm up to. This little girl is now a year and a half old. So I have been needing to make this for like 2 years since I found out she was pregnant with her. So I am definitely just not getting around to some things. This is a really basic block. If anyone just needs like a quick quilt, that's really what this is. Because these are charm squares. I actually took a layer cake and cut it down, but they're just 5-inch squares. And then yardage. So technically I didn't actually start with a charm square, but everything ends up as a 5 by 5 square, and you can make it that way or not. Okay, so let's expand on this. This one is gonna go over here. Well, I'm gonna keep it this direction because assembly anyway. Ah. They'll have to be turned. Wait a minute. What am I doing? There. All right. That's it. You know, Joanne, I don't know. I'll have to look because in the Advent boxes this last year in the B box, you got a project that had a tin, a snowflake tin, and in it was a project. It was a towel project, and the fabrics that I gave you for that, which is right here, are that line. So I actually have these two up there on the wall right now. And so I bought a bunch of these layer cakes. Didn't end up using the full layer cakes. And so I have them somewhere, but I have like 4 or 5 of these layer cakes. And I don't remember what the name is because it's it's in a weird place because it was part of the Advent stuff. So I do have more of this in the layer cake, and it's sure pretty. I love it, but off the top of my head, I don't remember what it is. I will see if I can track it down. So funny, I see it at the most inopportune time. I see it when I don't need it. Is that light blue a little too light? I know from a distance it's hard to tell. But what my thought is I'm going to do a little border with this. Okay, I'm going to do it like that. This is the backing. It's a lot like the other ones got. This is the border. This is the binding. So, of course, I decided to go high instead of low, didn't I? So we can't really see up there. This will be up here. But this, it's cute up close, but in the camera, it does kind of disappear. Hi, Alicia. Aisha, sorry. There's no L in your name. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so, and this is Tulip Pink along with this one. We're just gonna start sewing my rows together. The only other thing I could think of is if I wanted to add another row, but I think right now it's becoming too oblong. So this is a square right here. So we have these two blue that make it be rectangle, and I am gonna turn it like this. But I think I don't want to add another color because then it makes it wrong, and I couldn't find one I loved anyway. Okay, so let's start sewing my rows. These are easy to keep in order because the whole row is the same. And if I accidentally sew on the wrong end, it will still go up on the wall no matter what. So this is actually not the way I usually do it, where I take everything down, but this way I can set the machine, stay there longer. There's not a lot of this. When I get done, I'll have to see how I can make this. Obviously, we'll not be using it. It won't be this wide. That's okay. I just need a tiny, tiny border. But let's see what we can make. Let's see if I can see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, I'm not able to see much of the chat, so if I don't respond to you right away, don't take it personally, but I will do my best to check in. Oh, I hate it when that happens. This machine. It's unthreaded. And the problem is it has an automatic needle threader, and I do not know how to use it. And I know how to use them on every other machine, but not this one, because it's sideways. I just cannot wrap my brain around how you do it. So I have to do it this way, which sometimes works. Sometimes I have to get Marlon over here because I just can't see. There we go. I did it. As I pair them up opposites, we're good. It doesn't matter what color I do next. Nor does it matter which color I have up, because it'll be the exact same thing either direction. This is one of the easier quilts because it's kind of hard to mess it up. Can't wait to do my sewing room. Yeah, I used to have my sewing situation set up as an L shape so I could turn and press. Now I have to get up and walk around the table. And I'm just not loving, not that I don't like walking, it's just, it's a really tight space because we really are using this space a lot. And I'm also sitting at the counter, so it's not really a desk. I'm not really under it. And I will still be sewing over here, but I'd like to free up this counter. If you can't tell, there's like a big, gigantic mat on here. You can't see it at all from there. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, there is a mat that is 68 degrees, 68 by 36. That's on top of this table that I'm not even using as a cutting mat because I have this machine here, and then I also have another machine sitting there, and that is a little pressing station underneath this pile of another quilt that I've got set to the side. So I like sitting over there, and that machine is my faff, and I like that machine, but because it has all the different stitches, I've had it for a long time. I don't. I really wanted this one because really all I do is straight stitch. It has the built-in scissors, which the other one does too, but this one is just what I prefer to use for piecing. So I don't want to put the other one away because I still have a need for it. And so, but I mean, I'm still stuck with the issue of this is a counter. It's not really a table. So I have a L-shaped table that is clear across the room that I had originally set up for my embroidery stations, kind of what I called it, because I have another machine over there. And then I actually moved that machine somewhere else. So that table in the corner of the room is just kind of like getting stuff stacked on it. but it's the table that I want. So Marlon and I are trying to figure out how to do it, and he's decided he's going to pull that table out, which is a lot of work, but he's going to look at it. So anyway, because we have tables in here. I mean, this is a large rec room, so that, I mean, he has a desk in here too, and I have my Sweet 16 set up on its own thing. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's 2 machines here, so technically 5 sewing stations. And I also have my scan and cut set up over by where the embroidery machine originally was. It's actually on the other side of this table, and I could get to that one. I just haven't been embroidering because I've been doing anything. So that one's going to stay there. This is going to be more usable as a surface to cut on. And then the secretarial style desk is going to get moved out on the other side, or kind of in the center of the room. Marlon is going to get moved into the corner, and that's because he wants to go in there. I'm like, I don't think you need to go in there. Because keep in mind, he has a desk in here. He has like a 6x6 space in the middle of chaos. And he might actually prefer to be in the corner, because then he actually has like walls, and because right now he's kind of suspended seriously in the middle of the room. And so it actually might not be a bad thing. I just feel like I'm pushing him into a dark corner, and he hates the lights on. But the good thing is he's right by a window, so I think he will actually get more light during the daylight than he usually does when he's sitting facing with his back to the window where his desk is right now. Anyway, speaking of, I hear him. He's coming, so he'll be in the room in a second. My dog will probably start barking. She always greets him with the bark, poor guy. Usually on Sundays we have had babysitting duty, but his mom has changed up her work schedule, so it's just every other Sunday. So this is the Sunday we don't have him. And he's sure fun. He's a kindergartner. But anyway, it's kind of nice because then I can not be so worried about him and to be able to do stuff like this. Although he and his cousin, because we have the two, Marlon's 2 daughters and a husband, and then 3 grandkids. So there's 3 of them, and 2 of them are cousins. Anyway, long story short, the 2 younger ones are cousins, and they're only a year apart in school, and they are like 2 peas in a pod, and it's so cute because it's great that they have a more sibling to play with. And I'm kind of rambling, but anyway, the point is Mava and Julian, the 2 youngest ones, love to see Grandpa, and they love to come down and have him tickle them, and it's so cute. But he also, they're always asking him to print coloring pages, and he has got some really good websites he's been able to go to print anything that they want. And then they have a gigantic box of coloring pencils and crayons that they pull out when they're down here, and so they'll come down and they'll color. So for the most part, they're pretty good. When they were a little younger, it was a little different, but they're pretty good. But it's weird to not have any kids down here today. This is like the first Sunday that we haven't had him down here. Let's see what chat's going on in here. Maria left, gotta go. Deb, oh hi Deb and Leanna. I am just in the corner. He put himself there. I know. Anyway, I am just sewing. I just felt like sewing, and I needed to make this, and I thought, you know what? Instead of making a video, I'm just gonna let you guys just watch. And this is a quilt for a granddaughter who was born after her sisters got their matching quilts. So I'm trying to make one as close to theirs, but still unique, because they all were a little bit unique. And so I've been gathering fabric and things, but I've also been struggling because like the exact fabric that I used for the center colored blocks on theirs was the same, and I cannot track that fabric down. So I've been kind of looking for something else, and that's what I'm using today. So I'm finally getting around to making it. Turn that on. Grab my scissors. I lost my chat. I dropped my mouse and I lost my chat. Oh no, how do I get it back? Now I can't even see the chat. Oh, now I've lost, I lost everything. No. Well, how do I fix that? Okay, I got that. I think I closed the chat window, guys. Edit. Nope. I don't want to do that. I hope I don't close us out of this. I cannot see the chat at all. Let's see. Now I can't even see what I'm doing. Well, says I'm still alive. Share screen, mute. Nope. I lost my chat. Like I said, I dropped my mouse. It somehow hit a setting and made my thing go away. Let's see. You don't have access. Oh, well. Okay, guys, I apologize. At this point, I'm not going to be able to respond to anything you're saying. I will see it when the video populates, which actually takes about 18 to 20 hours. So I'll see your comments tomorrow. But this is crazy. I don't know what I did. Let me try one more thing. Oh, thumbs up, everybody. I could sure appreciate use of that. Thumbs up, please. Edit. Let's see what edit does. Edit does not get me where I want to go. Nope. Oh, I'm just going to keep working. So crazy. That's just funny. Here's another thing. Nope. Monetization live. I don't know what I did. It was so manage. Manage what? This is frustrating. All right. So again, I'm so sorry. I don't see any chat right now, and I cannot figure out how to get it to show up because I dropped my mouse. It hit something. It changed the setting, and I have no idea how to get it back. So you guys could chat amongst yourself. I just won't see it. I'm sorry. But again, I just wanted you guys to just kind of hang with me. You can see, just see how I do things. Not that you need to, but sometimes it's fun. I know what I can do. There's a TV in this room. I should turn the TV on because I can see the chats on the TV. All right, the TV is not going to work for me. I think the kids have been in here. It's been a while. I don't usually watch this TV, and it needs some internet settings and then some different settings within it, and I can't get anywhere past a blank screen with a couple little. Anyway, we can't get anywhere, so I will not be doing that. Sorry. Again, I'm just totally lost. But in a way, this is new. I'm kind of in my comfort zone, right? Sad, sad, sad. Yeah. Actually, my battery is dying. I have to go get the charger, and I don't like how this is not letting me see what's going on. So I'm actually going to close this up, and then I'm going to start a whole new live for those of you who want to continue to watch what I'm doing. So I am going to end this right now, and I'll see you in a couple minutes on another one.